What was it that made you become an erotic coach?
Okay, that's a good question. I'll answer it two ways. So personally, I mentioned I have 4 children, and I've been working with people in energy work and spirituality and psychic development and healing and personal growth work for nearly 20 years. It's amazing when I think about how it seems like it's gone like this. And what I found with people is I wanted to, even if they turned up sometimes with a sore shoulder, there was something to do with their sexual relationships or their intimate relationships or their relationships in general, and I didn't have the skills to kind of work with people on a body somatic level like that. And because me and bodywork seem to have been friends for such a long time, it resonates with me and is a natural process for me to work with people through the body, to get to the cause of and get to the root of the issue, and not just what is happening. Would it be the shoulder? It might be something else that is happening, going on underneath. So we work with the undercurrents as well as what's on the surface.
Mm-hmm. And I think you mentioned that you've become a certified sexological body worker.
Yes, a few years ago, over my time as my sexuality developed, I wanted some proper qualifications.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went and became an official certified sexological body worker and somatic educator.
And earlier, before we started filming, you were talking to me about the fact that our cells have memories.
Yes, they do have memories.
And that can have an impact on our way of being.
So sometimes trauma and issues, I'm glad you reminded me, get stored in the body. Like all sorts of our body, even science is caught up, and it says that our cells have memories, good memories, bad memories, traumatic memories, and and the positive memories, keep us flowing and going all the time. And sometimes what happens is our cells remember something that happened, or if we have issues with our body, or something that happened to us that we didn't like. And so therefore when, as a sexological body worker working through the body gets a chance to release them or heal them. The body has a choice to let go, really.
Excellent. And so you've talked about what brought you to where you are now professionally. What about personally, on a personal level? What brought you to becoming an erotic coach?
So personally, I was always probably a creative, naughty child, probably is what they would be called. And I was always curious and inquisitive, and often got myself in trouble. And always really liked, in later life, liked pleasure, and I always thought there was more. So in amongst having my 4 children, and I realised that sometimes, our libido and our sex lives are not all that we think they should be. And I realised that if I was going to change that for myself, it was going to have to happen from me, not from my partner. And I actually wrote a list of all the things that I wanted from my partner, and then started to give them to myself. And I started practicing a long time ago to do and be the things that I wanted to be. And this changed how I was able to operate physically and spiritually and mentally and emotionally, and also changed how I interacted with partners as well, so that I was able to move from someone who had glitchy orgasms probably to someone who now has, full body extraordinary orgasms. So.
Sounds wonderful.